Welcome to the Psych Expansion Podcast, the podcast where we discuss the commonalities, the patterns, the interconnectedness of past, present, and future generations. I am your host, Gabriel Elijah. How are y'all feeling today? What's going on, everybody? What's going on? It is another great day to be alive. Hope all is well. So, as for you all that's been following the podcast and whatnot for the last couple months, the last couple weeks, I said that we're going to have guests on and whatnot, but it hasn't gone according to how I thought it would go, right? Probably should have planned it out a little bit better, but it's all a learning experience for me. At the end of the day, it will happen. I've been sending out questionnaires to different people in different fields and whatnot. So I am planning it right now, right? I am getting the people lined up and getting a little bit of background just to, I don't know, get a feel for who they are and what they believe in. That way the questions can be a little bit deeper than just surface level questions. So it is going to happen. I apologize that it hasn't happened sooner, but again, I'm working on it. But next thing, I am also getting ready for Invest Fest coming up next month. It's going to be in Atlanta. I think it's the 25th through the 27th. I'm going to Invest Fest in Atlanta to try to learn some things. You know what I'm saying? I'll probably, hopefully, get to meet a couple people that I've been watching through podcasts and whatnot. Maybe take a couple pictures, and hopefully, I'll have a way to, I don't know, get questions have them answer questions. Not maybe a lot, probably 2 or 3 questions from each person that I meet. That'll be great content, and it'll also give me a peace of mind. I'll be able to give you guys some background content. That's going on. Getting ready for Invest Fest. Also, I'm starting a new diet. So I said that I was gonna do fruits and like protein shakes, right? So I went and bought some watermelon, some cantaloupe, some peaches, and I also bought like some protein bars, some granola. I bought some dark chocolate, cloves, peanut butter, and what else did I get for it? I can't remember what else I got for the shakes. But we are going on this diet. We got to get back to it because I was going 2 months strong, and my body was looking good. Like it was looking real good. But now I had gotten comfortable. It's been about 6 months really since I've been in the gym heavy and on my diet. I done lost my 6-pack. I gotta get it back. I definitely gotta get it back. That is one thing that I don't know. I really having a good stomach. My chest can be a bird chest, whatever, even though it's not, but it could be a bird. I like having a good stomach. But with that comes eating right. And that is a problem for me, is staying consistent to a diet. My willpower to make the right decision to eat the fruit or see that chicken and rice and cheese or those tacos. A lot of times when it comes to food, I make the wrong decision. I go with the thing that I know probably won't be most beneficial to my future lifestyle. And I know it's my willpower because I'm conscious. I have 2 options and I just choose the wrong one. What is willpower? I'll tell you. Willpower is basically the mental strength that you have to possess or achieve a certain goal through any temptation or obstacle. It's that mental strength that you have to go with the decision that's most beneficial to your future lifestyle or your goals. That is willpower. I started this podcast because I was becoming a little irritated at how it seemed as if people, myself included, weren't really having and choosing the right conversation. We weren't talking about things, we weren't having conversations that involved the decision that we made will how they will affect our future, not just short term, but long term as well. And I was like, look, I gotta voice my opinion on this because I'm tired of having the same old conversations about the problems of the past and not focusing on some solutions. So that's why I came up with this podcast. I wanted to highlight the patterns of life and the virtues that are encompassed in having a better life. But if paired with bad decisions, it could lead to just hell on earth. Being consistent at bad decisions, at being disciplined to bad habits could lead to hell on earth, right? Like a domino effect. And I think that not mindfulness, but it is a part of it. But I think willpower plays a big part on all of that. I also believe that it's made up of 8 key things: self control, delayed gratification, persistence, discipline, resilience, and focus, and motivation. Self control, delayed gratification, decision making, persistence, discipline, resilience, focus, and motivation. Is that 8? So I must say that before I start, I've noticed that I get in my own way a lot. I get in my own way a lot of the time. Like, I'm conscious of there being the better decision. There's always 2 decisions. And it appears to me that I frequently make I choose the worst of the 2. I do that quite often. Not because I don't know any better, because I know better. I know better. But that all leads me to think that my willpower solely isn't enough to see the change that I want. My willpower is not strong enough right now to see the complete change that I want. And through my research, I found that there are multiple psychological factors that plays a part in depleting, destroying, or having us unsure about our willpower. There's a few things. I think there's 6 of them that I came up with, or 5 of them. I think it's 5 of them. So the first one that we're talk about is emotional triggers, right? So emotions play a significant role in our behaviors and decisions making. Excuse me. Emotional triggers. Emotions play a significant role in our behaviors and decision making. If someone is struggling with emotional issues such as stress, anxiety, or depression, relying solely on willpower may be challenging. And I don't want to completely say that I don't go through these things, but I don't necessarily believe this is the one that is most relative to me. Though I don't have a clear definition on what depression actually is, or a clear idea on what depression is for me, or what anxiety actually feels like or is. This very well could be a part of my issue. But the way that I carry myself aligns with my goals, the time and choice that I give to certain conversations. Like, I don't entertain a lot of, I wish I would have did this back then, or if I could have did this, or if they would have told me this. Like, I don't entertain those type of conversations for a long time where I'm just talking about the past or the greatest moments of my past. I more or less try to focus on what's going on today and how to move forward with it. Or how I want my future to look like and what I need to do today to align, like that aligns with that picture, right? I'm not here to change your mind. I'm here to make you think about the things that you are firm on and challenge those things to either make them stronger, to make your point stronger, or to have you see it from a different perspective that you may want to take on. I'm not necessarily here to get you to be the person I want you to be. It's just to explore the mind. So that's why I named it Psych Expansion. Just expand the mind. I'm not here to change you, right? Emotional triggers. Everybody, I won't say everybody, right? But most of the time, I can't even say most of the time. Anyways, I've been through a time in my life, maybe you have too, where I didn't want to go to work. I was probably upset or frustrated or whatever that I was at work or had to go to work. And on my way to work, I probably knew I shouldn't have stopped at McDonald's or whatever because it didn't fit in with my diet or whatever. But I was already frustrated. I was like, fuck it. I'm going, I'm getting me something from McDonald's. That's what that willpower should have kicked in. I should have been strong enough then and there to say, bro, this doesn't align with what you got going on. Why are you doing it? Not only question it, but recognize that I am about to make a bad decision and go to the better decision, right? That's that willpower. I have to strengthen that part. I'm not sure if you all have been a victim to your own, I don't even know how to describe it, your own lack of willpower, but that's definitely happened to me before. There's a quote and it says, between stimulus and response, there is a space. And that space lies our freedom and power to choose our response. And our response lies our growth and our happiness. I believe that means to me choosing the better thing will lead to a better future. It builds my willpower to make better decisions. I can strengthen my willpower to make better decisions with things that are more critical. I don't know what's more critical than your health, but things that may be more critical to you, right? Like just by you saying no to that burger in the morning and going with something more healthy strengthens that willpower for the next time whenever you are dealing with something that deals with your children or uh your finances or something that's really important to you. Building it where it's small, building it where the situations are small first will definitely help you to make the right decisions whenever it comes to something that is more substantial or you see that has more value. The next one is limited cognitive resources, right? So our brains have limited cognitive resources and willpower relies on these resources. Engaging in self-control and making disciplined choices can deplete these resources over time when individuals are already mentally fatigued or overwhelmed. So basically saying, let's just say you've been doing really good. You've been doing really good. I think this is the purpose of a cheat day too, whenever you're working out. But you've been doing really good. You've been really disciplined your workout and eating healthy and showing up to work on time and being optimistic about life and being there for your significant other and your children or whatever the thing may be. We call on that discipline from our willpower. Like we're calling on our willpower all this time to keep doing it. I don't necessarily know if you're calling on the willpower then, but where the willpower does kick in whenever you're like, I done showed up to work for a year straight and they shouldn't be mad if I sleep in an extra 5 minutes. So I'm 5 minutes late. You making that decision to not show up on time whenever it's all when it's very possible for you to show up on time, that's where your willpower should kick in. Or where you could show up for your significant other, how you've been showing up, but you don't just because you put something that has less like that you prioritize less, you put that before the thing that should be first. That's where your willpower should kick in. It seems like once we do things for a long time, we feel like we should get grace. We should receive grace for messing up or choosing the wrong decision, the less better decision one time. It's not life or death, but at the same time, if you're capable of continuing the better decision, making the better decision, why not go with it? Like, why not? That's where that willpower has to kick in. That's a place where I have to strengthen myself, right? There's a quote, another quote. After a do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation, by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, present your request to God, and the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and minds in Jesus Christ. Philippians 4, verse 6 through 7. So yeah, to give another example though, would basically be like, let's see. Oh, I guess we can play into the food again, right? Everybody loves eating, food, and most of the time it's not the healthiest. Whenever we know that we should be making a healthier decision, and we are conscious of that, like we see that honey bun, and we see that salad, or those baked potato chips. That's not the healthiest, but it's better than the alternative. A lot of times, whenever it comes to us just being mentally drained, like we're tired, it's just like, man, it's whatever, bro. I just need something to eat. You have to strengthen your willpower to get past that. Strengthen your willpower to say, look, I can hold off, or I can eat this and I'll be fine. Just because this tastes a little bit better, or this doesn't taste as good, doesn't mean I'm not satisfying what I'm trying to satisfy, which is a hunger. You just go with the thing that is more pleasing to you, which leads me into habits and conditioning. Hey, I got another thing to tell y'all. I don't know if y'all can see, but yo, it is hot in here. I am sweating. Like something is wrong with the air in here. And I am literally, well, not literally, but I am literally sweating. I was going to say burning up, but it's hot in here. But my willpower has me going. You feel me? I said nothing is going to stop the show. The show must go on. The show must go on. So, going to the third one, habits and conditioning. Humans are creatures of habit, and our behaviors are often deeply ingrained. If someone has established long-standing habits that are contrary to their desired goals, relying solely on willpower to break those habits can be extremely challenging. Basically saying, all your life you've been doing this, then you come to find a better solution later on. Relying solely on your willpower will probably be a hard thing to do, because it's not like you are intentionally, I guess you are intentionally doing it, but it's not like you're intentionally choosing the less better decision, the less beneficial decision. It's just that you've been doing it so long, it's just like automation. You just do it without even thinking. It's like breathing, or it's like speaking when somebody speaks to you, or it's like walking with the left leg, right leg. It's just something that just happens, right? Relying on willpower alone may be hard to break those things. I'm not sure what you can do to, I guess, combat it. Stay conscious of the things that you are doing and move with a purpose. Be persistent. You have to fight through obstacles Focus and concentrate. That's what you could do. You could practice the alternative. That way, the alternative becomes your habit, and the alternative being something that is better. There we go. You see what communication does even when you're talking to yourself? But yes, practice the alternative habit. If you value going out partying, drinking, and I don't know, just eating unhealthy, well, you can pretty much see where you're, if you are, mm, I guess, if you're conscious of of the lifestyles that people before you have lived doing those same things, you can pretty much see where your life is headed. So, next one, lack of motivation or purpose. Willpower can wane when individuals lack strong sense of motivation or purpose. If someone doesn't have a compelling reason or a deep emotional connection to their goals, they may find it difficult to sustain the necessary willpower. Anyways, basically saying if you don't have somewhat of a purpose, relying on your willpower to complete those little goals, though I say it's little goals, not saying what you have going on is something little, right? We all have big dreams, but I'm saying when you break, what I do is whenever I break goals down, I break them down into smaller goals, like smaller little milestones. So I say little compared to the big dream. I wasn't trying to shit on your goals or anything like that. Forgive me. But yeah, so just whenever you don't have a purpose or a clear goal that you're seeking, you will do things out of line. Like, I guess it's not even out of line because you don't have a clear path on what you want to do. You don't have a purpose, you don't have a goal, so you're just doing things, right? But whenever let's just say a person that does, though, a person that has a goal, they think they know their purpose or whatever. A lot of times we have to deal with delaying gratification. Basically, partying, I want to have fun. I want to go out. I want to be with my friends. I want to spend money on this. I want to spend money on something that, will give me happiness for this amount of time. But if it doesn't align with your goal, you should delay that gratification, that instant gratification, that gratification that you're going to find within that thing, whether it be going out drinking or whether it be going on some trip, whenever you could spend that money on something else to progress you, launch you forward towards your goal. Delayed gratification. And also, finding motivation is very important, I believe. I won't say indulge in tons of motivational speeches. Like, that's one thing that I used to do. I used to like listen to motivational speeches, listen to motivational speeches, listen to motivational speeches. But at some point, I had to tell myself, I was like, bro, how much motivation do you need before you get up and start doing something? How much motivation do you need before you get up and just start that podcast? How much do you need before you go work out? How much do you need before, I don't know, you go start that business? How much? So what I do is I listen to some motivational speech or personal development in the morning time. Boom. Now I'm up. Now I'm good. That's like an energy drink right there. That first motivational speech in the morning gets me going. My mind is in the right place. I know what I'm up for. I know what I'm doing. I'm back focused on my goals. So everything that I do during the day is aligning with my goals. You know what I'm saying? And then I may listen to some more during, I don't know, lunchtime, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. Listen to some more to keep me going, keep me refocused. I've done seen things that may have threw me off, distracted me, or looked on my phone and it's got my head in a different place now. So I listen to it again about 12 to 2 o'clock, somewhere in that period of time to refocus. And then at the end of the day, right? Get off of work, we're tired. It comes to a point where you're like, man, I just want to chill. I ain't really, I done been to work all day. I ain't really trying to do this or do that or whatever. But listen to that motivational speech. Listen to some more motivational speeches, right? To get you back focused, to get your, what's that? Your adrenaline going, right? To put your mind back in a place like, I need to be doing this, right? At least for an hour, at least for 15 minutes, at least for 30 minutes. You know what I'm saying? I heard this thing the other day, and it was like, if you do something for, I guess, like an hour a day, right? Whatever it may be, coding, working on a business plan, working out, whatever, hour a day, you have put in 365 hours. You will be better at that. You will be better. You have no choice. How could you not? Just an hour a day. And even if you do 30 minutes, the consistency of it will build you. You will have way more knowledge than the person that's not doing anything, right? And it'll push you to learn more about it. You'll start engaging or spending more of your time learning about whatever that is that you decide to go towards, whether it be working out, learning a new skill set, or whatever, becoming a better person, becoming a better version of yourself. Get that motivation, go on about your day. You feel me? You feel me? You feel me? So, another quote. Oh, this is from the Bible too. Therefore, my dear brothers and sisters, stand firm. Let nothing move you. Always give yourself fully to the work of the Lord, because you know that your labor in the Lord is not in vain. 1 Corinthians 15:58. Woo! I wish the Lord would make this cool air come on, because it is hot, y'all. I'm telling y'all, I'm surprised that I'm not sweating. Am I sweating through my shirt? No, I'm not sweating through my shirt. But yeah, man, I am sweating through my shirt. That's how hot it is in here. Last but not least, right? Environmental influence. I think this one is the most relatable for me, relative to me, like environmental influence. Our surroundings and social context can significantly impact our beliefs, our beliefs and behaviors. If someone is in an environment that constantly presents temptations or distractions, relying solely on willpower to resist those influences can be incredibly challenging. Changing the environment or seeking support from others may be necessary to overcome these obstacles. That's when you definitely need to call on your self-control and be resilient. Self-control and resilience. There's always gonna be distraction. There's always gonna be obstacles. I was just talking to a friend the other day, and he was telling me how he wanted to get out of a job that he was in, and he wanted to switch his career path. And he was wondering if he should get rid of some equipment that allow him to do the job that he was doing at the moment, and or if he should just keep it in case there was a job close to the house. And what I told him was, there will always be a job close to the house, especially if you want to get out of what you're doing, because life will definitely do that. You say something, you say that you want to move on to a different career path that's going to push you forward in life. The moment you try to get out of what you're doing, it's going to present something that seems to be like a gift from God, right? Oh, this job is close to the house. I wanted to get out of this career path, but it's close to the house. I'm going to just wait until this job is over to see. It's always going to give you something that seems good in the moment to take you away from your original idea. It's always going to happen like that. It's always going to throw some obstacle in, or to make you seem like you can't do it. Like, it does that just to see if you really mean that. If you really mean that, it's like, let me test them real quick. It's always going to do that. I read this quote and it said, don't mistake and mix the blessings from the devil with those of God's, or something like that. Basically, don't see something in disguise of a blessing that may be a trick from the devil and say, oh, that's God, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, just think about it, like, in the sense of, is this holding me back from doing what I said? By me staying with this job, is it aligning me with the goals and the lifestyle that I said and want for myself and my family? Or is this just something to hold me off? That's it right there. Most of the time, it's something just to hold you off. But yeah, that has been the 5. So environmental influences, limited lack of motivation and purpose, limited cognitive resources, habits and conditioning, and emotional triggers. Those are the 5 things that usually deplete, destroy, or have a person unsure of their willpower. Yeah. With all that being said, man, I just want to say I appreciate y'all for joining the Psych Expansion podcast. I hope that I have gave you a different perspective on how to look at things, how to think about things, not to change your mind if you think that you have the right way of thinking about things, but to have you see it from a different lens, to think about it differently, whether it be your current situation or one that you will face in the future. I hope that I have given you another perspective on how to go about it. And I appreciate you. Thank you for joining us. And until next time, love y'all. See ya.